exciting announcement to make. There's this thing called booktube-a-thon, which is completely new to me because this year I am new to booktube and I had no idea it existed before, and it is basically this 1 week event or kind of thing hosted by Ariel Bassett, which is this booktuber, and she basically has challenges and competitions and just reading fun goals and stuff that you can do for 1 week on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, if I have it correct. And so she announced that next week, which is the booktube-a-thon from the 24th to 30th, there are these reading goals. And there's 7 reading goals, 1 for each day basically. And I am going to tell you guys my TBR for the next week. So I'm going to check off the challenges by reading 1 book that matches the challenge. So I'm going to be reading all of these books next week. Wish me luck. So I have to be honest, I have chosen my shortest books. Like, what can you expect? I've only read a book in 1 day once. So now I'm attempting to read 1 book in 1 day, 7 days in a row. So, what do you expect, really? First challenge is read a book with a person on the cover, and for this I chose Carrie by Stephen King. I don't know much about this story. I've read like 10 pages out of this book and I thought it was good, so hopefully I'll be able to read it, and it will be the 2nd book that I ever read by Stephen King. The second challenge is a hyped book. So a book that BookTube basically has hyped, or any other media, and for this I chose A Darker Shade of Magic by V. Schwab. Everyone has read this book, like, except me. So I'm getting on that train next week. I know it's good, so hopefully I'll be able to do it. Book number 3 is Finish a Book in 1 Day. And for this one, I'm going to choose this book. I don't know what this book is called in English. I'll put the title here. This book is by David Levithan, but this one is the Swedish edition. So the funny thing about this book is that it takes place in 24 hours, I think, because there's these 2 guys who have to beat the record for the world's longest kiss. So they have to kiss for more than 24 hours, which is like the perfect book to complete the challenge, right? Like, it's perfect. The next challenge is a book about a character that's very different from you, and for this I have chosen Fairest by Marissa Mayer. This is Levana's story from the Lunar Chronicles. She's basically the villain in the Lunar Chronicles, and now that I've finished the whole series, I'm going to tackle her story. She is basically super evil for what we know. Hopefully I'm not evil, so I feel like I'm different from her. At least I haven't killed anyone. I'm going to read this book for that challenge. Challenge number 5 is finish a book completely outdoors. For this one I wrote this for you by Ian S. Thomas. This is basically loads of poetry and pictures. I got this from my best friend. I've looked through it, but I haven't read it, so I think it would be really, really nice just sit out in the grass and just read loads of poetry that my best friend gave me, so I'm gonna have an awesome time reading this book. Challenge number 6 is read a book that you got because of the cover. And for this, I chose Furthermore by Tahereh Mafi. I haven't read anything by Tahereh Mafi before, and this is a middle grade book, so even though it's a little bit thicker, I think I'll be able to read it. I definitely bought this because of the cover, because it's gorgeous. Look at that. And the spine. It's awesome. The last challenge was to read 7 books, and that is in total, and because I've chosen 1 for each challenge, I only need to choose 1 more book that will make me complete 7 books in 1 week. For this one, I chose Percy Jackson and the Titan's Curse. This is the 3rd book in the, is it called Percy Jackson the Olympian series? I don't know. This is the 3rd book. I read half of one of the other books in 1 bus ride, so I think I'll be able to finish this pretty quickly. So guys, I am super excited. It is super bad lighting, but I just had to do this video because I was so psyched. That is all the books that I'm going to read next week. Hopefully I'll be able to make my TBR pile a little bit shorter. That's also why I'm doing this, but I promise you, when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. So, you won't be able to reach me next week. I'm just I'm just saying. So guys, I hope you guys all have a really, really, really lovely day and an amazing bookish month. And tell me if you are going to participate in the booktube-a-thon. I will see you guys soon. Bye bye!